welcome back to a new video. In today's video, it's very exciting because I have got some new colours to show you from Naio. This is part of their new collection, a new jelly gel polish collection, which has been released today. There are loads of different colours in this collection. They've kindly sent me 6 to try out. I really wish they'd sent them all because I love jelly gel polishes. These ones are beautiful. This one, I couldn't pronounce the name, so I googled it, and lots of people pronounce it differently. Fajoa, I don't know, it's really weird. So I still don't know how to pronounce it. But look, you can see there's no grains through that, no like pigments. It's just a nice glassy green colour. It's beautiful. I love that one. And the next one is a red. This one you get I just, when I don't know, but when I see a jelly red, I'm like, I know exactly what I want to do with that. So I'm going to be using this one today. This one's called Rome Apple. It's a nice sort of deep burgundy red. Very pretty. The next one is called Kiwano. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's the most beautiful turquoisey kind of blue, peacocky blue. I don't know how you want to, I don't know. However, but I really like that one. I like it a lot. It's one of my faves, actually. The next one they sent is called Pink Pineapple. This is a very bright pink. I've done 2 coats. All of these swatches have been swatched with 2 coats. Some of these are a little darker than others, but they're all very sheer. You'll see in a minute. So there's this one. This is probably my favorite. This is Elderberry. So this is a sort of a lilac-y purple, but this one is quite sheer. And then the next one I'm going to show you is a darker purple called, I think it's Safu. But you can see that, look, this is a darker purple. I love these, they're beautiful. But again, look, it's still see-through. It's just a little darker. Actually, it's quite a lot darker, but it's still a glass gel polish. And again, this is 2 coats. So if you wanted it less vibrant, then you just apply 1 coat. I'm going to be using Serious Black for this. I know you're thinking, why are you using Serious Black? Because you're not going to see the jelly colour, but you are. Just wait and see. This is, loads and loads of people have done these in the part. If you Google YouTube, you're going to find blooming roses everywhere. I am going to use the Serious Black. Is going to be like the base colour. So I'm applying 2 very thin coats of this. This black is really pigmented. When you get very pigmented gel polish colours, you just need to apply thin coats, because if you make them too thick and put them in the lamp, the light isn't going to be able to penetrate all the way through the gel, and you're going to end up with some wrinkling, which is where the gel polish underneath the top layer hasn't cured properly. So they go in the lamp for 30 seconds each coat. Then I'm taking some Snow White and I'm going to pop that on my palette. And you're also going to need a detailer brush for this next part. So the brush that I have got is, of course, the Nail Sugar Natalie Mugridge detailer brush. This will be back in stock early next month. And I'm going to be using the Naio Nails Blooming Gel as well on this one. As well. Why did I say as well? I don't know. Anyway, you need a thin coat of this. You don't need lots of this, just a nice thin, even coat across the whole nail. Don't cure it. And then you're going to pick up your white and you're going to start to create your rose. And as you do this, what's going to happen is, because we've put that blooming gel down, the white gel polish is going to start to disperse and spread, and literally your rose is going to bloom. I absolutely love these. When they work really nicely. Sometimes mine have been a bit of a balls up, but this one turned out quite nicely. You can leave it a little bit longer and it will bloom a little bit more, but I decided that I was quite happy with mine, so I popped it in the lamp. Then I'm going to take a little bit more of the Snow White gel polish, and I'm just highlighting the inside line of the petal. So this is the side of the petal that will be facing, that will be touch. Oh God, do you know what I mean? It's the petal it's going to be the top of the petal. That's what I'm trying to say. So you're going to get a bit more light on that. So we're going to highlight that with the white gel polish. I'm such an idiot sometimes. Right, so that's going to be cured for 30 seconds. Then we're going to take Rome Apple, because this is just the perfect colour for this. And I'm only using a thin coat of this. You can see I've got very little product on my brush, but I didn't need a lot of it actually. And at the time as well, I was in two minds whether I was going to use one coat or two of this, but I actually ended up just using the one coat, which is in a way is good, because you don't want your nail ending up bulky. So I'm just going to make sure it's all nice and even. Doesn't that look nice already? And then I will give that a cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to finish this nail off with some Ultra Matte, or is it Matte Ultra? I can't remember what it said. Top coat. And this is a no wipe matte top coat. So we're just going to cover the whole nail. Make sure you do cover the whole nail, because otherwise you'll end up with like patchy bits. And sometimes if you don't put enough on, you might end up with like streaky bits. So just, yeah, you'll get there. There we go. And I'm going to, if you want it shiny, that's what it will look like. I want it matte though. And when it comes out, look, it looks amazing. And because we've highlighted the edges, I just think that's just makes it look a little bit 3D. I was really pleased with that. It's probably one of the best blooming roses I've done for like ever. Yes. Right, anyway, moving on to the next nail. So I've applied one coat of Serious Black. Now I'm applying the second one. I've cured it, obviously. The first coat was cured. And then we're going in with our second coat now, because I'm going to be burnishing some glitter into this. I'm just going to cure this for about 10 seconds, maybe 15. And then I'm going to take, I can't remember, it's probably 15 seconds, but this glitter is called Stardust Glitter, and this is from Nail Sugar. It's a fine hollow silver glitter. Fine glitters are easier to use on gel polish than the big chunky ones, because they're difficult to encapsulate. So into that tacky layer, I am just dabbing some of the hollow silver glitter called Stardust, and I'm kind of going to make a bit of a fade. There we go. And then once I'm happy, I'm just going to pop that back into the lamp to cure for the last 15 seconds. And then I'm going to go over this with Elderberry, because this one was quite light. This wasn't a dark, glassy, jelly gel polish. So you can see at the moment we are silver hollow. And then when we go over with the Elderberry gel polish, it's going to change it to like a lilac hollow. Make sure you don't have any glitter on the end of your brush before you pop it back in your bottle. Otherwise you will contaminate your gel polish, and you don't want that. So that isn't quite lilac-y enough for me, so I'm going to cure it and just apply a second coat. Again, I'm just making sure these are nice thin coats, because we've already applied 2 coats of black. So if you're doing this on a client, you don't want your nails to become bulky. So there we go. Now we've got like lilac hollow glitter. How cool is that? Okay, and then because we're using hollow, everything that's holographic has to be top coated with a glossy top coat, a shiny top coat, because otherwise it just loses its, what's the word? Loses its sparkle, I suppose. That's the boring word. No, sparkle's not a boring word, but that's not quite the word I wanted. In my opinion, holographic nails need to be shiny and iridescent. If you're using iridescent glitter, then you can use matte with those, but I think all holographic needs to be shiny. Right, I'm going to use Elderberry again, I know. And this nail I was kind of going for, I should have probably used the pink, but the pink was a little bit too bright for what I wanted to do. But I kind of wanted to do a bit of a rose quartz nail. So 1 coat of Elderberry, and then I've got, this is an ink, these are inks. I'm using the white bling ink for this, and I've put this straight onto that tacky layer of gel polish. And then I have some acetone, which I have on the end of my brush, I dip my brush into, just to move the alcohol to where, the ink to where I want it. So I literally just fiddle about with this. It wasn't, normally I'm used to working the ink on a matte surface, so it was a little bit weird for me doing it like this, but I don't want to create extra bulk by adding the top coat just so that I can add the ink on. So I thought on this coat I would just do this straight onto that tacky layer. So I'm going to leave it to dry. It air dries really quickly, and then I thought as well, I thought I'd add a little bit more because I think I took a little bit too much off. So once it's dried, I just dabbed it a little bit to make sure it had air dried. You can then go over with another coat of Elderberry. And then what this is going to do is it's going to, what's the word? It's going to make the ink more subtle and just add a little bit more depth. Now, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I do, but I can't put it into words. So that's going to cure for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to matte top coat it, and then I'm going to put some more ink on the top because I like to matte top coat and then ink. I just feel like you have a little bit more control over it when it's on a matte surface. You probably don't. It's probably just me. This is just how it's my preferred way of using inks. So you can still see the ink under there, but it's not white now. It's gone lilac, obviously, because of the gel polish. So I'm going to add some more ink on the top because I do want there to be white ink going through this design as well. If they've got a sort of softer pink, you could probably do a rose quartz now, couldn't you, with this? This is like we'll go with amethyst. We'll call this one an amethyst now. See, the ink is almost a little bit more stubborn to move on the matte, but I don't know what it is about the matte. I just like it. So I'm going to have a fiddle with this, and then I will be back with you in a second. Okay, so I kind of like it as it is there, so I'm going to leave it like that, and then I'm going to go over with the shiny top coat, and this is a no wipe top coat as well, so we don't have a tacky layer to remove after we've cured it. I'm all for convenience. I'm sure I've said this before in other videos. It's probably me just being lazy, really. So now we can see that white ink, but then we can also see the white ink underneath the Elderberry gel polish as well. I like that. And then that nail kind of inspired me to do a water nail, like a sea nail. So I'm using Fajoa and Kawani. I don't know how you say it. I'm going to start with Kawani. So this is going to be our base colour. I love this. This is absolutely beautiful. There we go. And then I'm going to pop that in the lamp to cure. And then over the top of that, we're going to use the blooming gel again. I love blooming gel. If you've never used it, get it and have a play around with it, because you can do so many stuffs with it. You can do so many designs, so much stuff. I've lost me. My brain didn't work then. Right, I'm putting a little bit of the green one onto the palette. Don't forget the blooming gel still is not cured, so you put the green onto the blooming gel, and I don't know really what I was doing here. This was more of it was an experiment. So I was putting dots on because you know how in the sea the light kind of looks like, I don't know. And then look, I decided to smudge it. Like, I don't even know what I was doing here. And then, while it was still uncured, I thought I'd throw some ink on and see what that did. I've actually quite liked the effect that this had. I thought this was quite cool. Because you know when the light hits the sea and you get those little like white lines, do you know what I mean? And I thought, oh, that looks kind of cool. And then I went a little bit overkill with it. But then I'll put that in the lamp to cure for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to go back over with Kawano. And I'm going to pop that into the lamp. And then I decided to play with the white ink on top of this as well. So I was trying to get those light, you know what I mean? And then in the end, it didn't end up like light. It ended up like, you know, the waves you get in the sea. It kind of ended up like that. But this was literally, honestly, it was just me experimenting. I don't really know what I was doing. Again, I've got a little bit of acetone on the end of my brush, and I just start working at the alcohol. So I kind of liked it like that, but I wanted to add a little bit more just to get a little bit more definition. I put a little bit of Snow White on my palette, and then using my detailer brush, I just put some of the gel polish through what is essentially a marble, but it's supposed to be the sea. Supposed to be, she says. I tried. It's just sort of like another marble, isn't it? There we go. Now I'm going to pop that in the lamp to cure for 30 seconds. And then I am going to use the No Wipe top coat again, the shiny one, just to finish this nail off, because it's the sea and the sea is shiny. It's supposed to be the sea. There we go. That's going to cure. And that was the finished nail. I actually really liked it. In the end, it turned out quite nice. So that is just a few suggestions of what you can do with the jelly gel polishes. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave me a like. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing. There is a link to Naio Nails website in the description box below. If you click it and make a purchase, I do earn a small amount of commission, so that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I will see you beautiful lot on Thursday with another video.